Hey, we are so excited that you are one of our mascara customers. Thank you so much for purchasing with us. We are so grateful for your business. We really are. Now, you've taken the plunge and you want to try out the new 3D foundation, but you have no idea where to start, right? Don't worry. That's what I'm here for. I am your personal beauty consultant, so I can help you, walk you through step by step, teach you how to use your makeup so you don't regret buying and investing in a new product line, okay? So if you are new to this makeup, I'm here to help you figure out how to use it. Okay, so if you are first starting out with mascara, you are probably starting off with the highlight, the contour, the blush, and the illuminator, and you got yourself a brush, okay? So today I'm going to show you how to use the Detail HAC brush and your palette of makeup that you got, how to use it properly, okay? Now it is different than probably what you're used to. You've either used powder foundation or you've used liquid foundation. This is cream foundation, so it's a little bit different. But once you get the hang of it, you will love how easy it is, and you will love the coverage, you will love the versatility. It will be your best friend. You'll love it. But I'm just gonna help you get comfortable with that, okay? It's a little bit different, so you gotta learn how to get the hang of a new idea of putting makeup on. So take your 30-second or your Detail HAC brush and your makeup palette, and I'll show you how to use it. Now, I wanna say that there really is no wrong or right way. If you feel confident and beautiful in the way that you're applying it and the way that it looks on you, hey, you do you, that's awesome. But I'll just share with you some tips that are helpful to me and what I've taught some other people that are helpful to them, okay? So take these tips, try them out, and then figure out what works best for you, okay? So I love this brush. This is one of my favorite brushes. It really is. It's so good for, especially good for smaller faces, more narrow faces, faces that are a little bit more petite. So this works really well with my face. It's one of my favorites. Now I'm gonna show you how to apply your highlight first. You can start with your contour first if you want to, but this is how I prefer to do it. Now the great thing about this makeup is you only apply the makeup where you need it. You don't want to put layer over layer over layer on top of your face to have that cakey, crazy coverage. You really, all of these foundation singles act as foundations, so you only need to apply it where you want to apply it. So with your highlight color, you're going to want to focus underneath your eye, right here, on your chin, on your nose, right along your jawline, and on your forehead. And then we'll put your contour on the other places, okay? So let's start off with highlight, and I'll show you how to apply that with this particular brush. So take your palette of makeup and your brush, and a little bit goes a long way. You really don't need a lot. And if you feel like you do need more coverage, then go back for more. But always start with a little bit and build on it, because you'll go through your makeup so quickly and you'll feel like it was a waste. So use a little bit first. So lightly dab into the makeup color. And I love that it has a mirror on my compact. It's awesome. So start underneath your eye and press it. And I like to press to place the color, and then I like to kind of feather and blend it out, okay? And if you feel like you need more, just dab it a little bit more and just feather and blend. Now in those areas where you feel like you have a little bit darker coverage that you need, like if you have dark circles under your eyes or if you have some redness, you want to really place it first, press it in those areas, and in the areas that you don't feel like you need as much coverage, then that's when you can kind of blend it and lightly feather it out. So underneath my eyes, I do have darker circles, so I want that better coverage underneath my eyes. So that's why I am pressing. So press and swipe it down, because I don't need as much coverage down in this area, okay? So already my under eye area is nice and covered, and it's not those dark circles like it was before a minute ago. Same thing on the other side. Press where you want that better coverage. Press, dab, you know, just kind of put that color right exactly where you want it. And then you can feather and blend it out. Feel like you want more, just go for more. And Give yourself that coverage. Now my nose is redder and my chin is redder than the rest of my face. So I do like to use the bigger part of this brush, and I like to really press and stipple and dab so that I get better coverage right there. Because if you use a swiping motion with the cream makeup, you're gonna get streaks and you won't get that coverage. It will wipe it away. So if you use it where you want that better coverage, if you use it in the stippling or the pressing motions, you're gonna get better coverage. Okay, also my chin. And then you can take the extra, kind of wipe it underneath your nose. It's all about evening out your skin tone and getting that nice coverage. Now, same thing with your jawline. I like to use the bigger portion because I'm covering a larger surface area. So, but I'm not going to be doing the stippling and pressing motion because I don't need as much coverage there. I'm just applying a little bit and blending and wiping it because I don't need a lot of that color. Same thing on this side. Just apply it and then just blend it out. And see this part right here where I'm not covering, that's where we're gonna go back over with your contour, and then you'll get the coverage that way. Okay, and let's do our forehead. Same thing, I use the bigger side for my forehead because I'm covering a little bit larger surface area. So this, on my forehead, I kind of apply the color in like a blotch, right? And then I take it and I blend it out with my brush. If you feel like you need more coverage on your forehead, then you would do the pressing and the dabbing and the stippling motion. Okay, you should be done with your highlight right now. So you focus underneath your eyes, along your nose, on your chin, along your jaw, and on your forehead. And then you should have a nice, evened skin tone now. Now let's work and move on to the contour. The contouring is my favorite part. It really is magic. It gives you those cheekbones, gives you that shadow and the dimension. It really makes you look more feminine, and I love it. It's a great little secret to skincare. So I like to use a smaller part of my brush and draw it on. Some people actually like to use this part. I'll show you one side of my cheek using this brush and one side of my cheek using this brush. So a little goes a long way, remember? So lightly dab it into your color and start it at your hairline and find your cheekbone. It's gonna be that big bone in your face, and you want to go right below it. Just really hug that cheekbone. And you want to end about the corner of your eye. If you go too far into your smile lines, it makes you look kind of dirty. It makes you look like you have that 5 o'clock shadow, and we definitely don't want that. We want to look more feminine, not more masculine. So start at your hairline and draw a line down to that corner of your eye. And you can go back and forth if you want to, depending on how much color you have on your brush. Just apply that line. We're gonna look really crazy for a minute, but I promise we'll blend it out and look a lot better. Okay, so we have that cheekbone started, right? Now let's go to this side and I'll show you how to apply it with this part of the brush. So just get a little bit of color on the corner, like the edge. See how I just put it on the corner, one side of my brush. And now I'm going to press it right into my cheekbone. All right, so now I have 2 lines, just drawn differently, but 2 lines about the same length from my hairline to the corner of my eye. And now we're gonna move on to your jawline. Again, I'll show you 2 different ways to do this. You can draw a line with this part of your brush. Start at your ear and follow your bone right there. Okay, we're creating that shadow and that nice chiseled jawline. Now, if you have a little bit extra skin or if you have a little bit extra meat down there, a little jowl, then you don't want to follow the extra skin that you have. You want to create a nice shadow by creating a line. So create a pretend line and make make it look like you actually do have a more chiseled look than you actually do. It's awesome. It's magic, I'm telling you. Okay, so now I'll show you how to do it with this side of the brush. You can just apply some and you're just following your jawline and just rubbing it right along underneath your jawline. Okay? Either way makes you have that nice shadowed, chiseled look. Now let's do your forehead. You can do it again 2 ways. You can apply it with this part, draw a line, and then buff it up. Buff it up into your hairline. We're creating that shadow so it looks like your face has more dimension. Or you can apply it directly onto your brush and buff it up that way. Either way, like I said, there's no wrong or right way. You do what feels best to you and applying it, what you feel confident in applying it, and what you feel like is the best application, okay? So now at this point, let's do some blush with your lip and cheek color. So take your blush. I'll show you how I like to do it with a finger on this side and my brush on this side. Now you want to find the apples of your cheeks. So go ahead and smile at yourself in the mirror and find the squishiest part of your cheeks right here. You want to apply a little bit of color right here. You don't want to apply too much because you don't want to look like you're a hot, sweaty mess or like you're a clown. You just want to add a nice, pretty flush to your face. So add a little bit of color on your finger, right on your apple, okay? Or you can also do your little on your brush and apply it right there. If you feel like you want a little bit more, go back for more. It's always easier to add more than to take away. Okay, now before I use my makeup sponge, I like to take my brush, the bigger part, and blend it out. Now with your contour, you want to blend it up. You don't want to blend it down. You want to lift your cheeks, okay? So blend it up. Now that line is gone, we don't look so crazy. Blend it up. The same thing down here along your jawline. Make sure you're blending. This one you don't want to blend up, you want to blend down because it will just blend it down and fade into your neck. Okay, and then we already pretty much blended up here, but just to make sure you blend it up into your hairline, okay? Now, you can totally be done, but if you want a better, more blended look, take your perfector sponge. Now, there is a wrong and a right way to use your perfector sponge, okay? You don't want to use it dry. You want to make sure that you run it under some water, you get it to be about double in size, and then you squeeze it out and you wring all the extra water out. So you want it to be just a little bit damp, but not wet, okay? So take your perfector sponge and dab and blend and tap that makeup into your face. It is removing any of the excess makeup that you had. If you had a little bit too much makeup on, it's helping you blend out those colors. It is just giving you a nice flawless finish, okay? Looking pretty good. It's not so hard. Now the last step is your illuminator. So take your illuminator, and this you just can take it and apply it with your fingers. So easy. Just rub your finger into your illuminator and apply it right on the top of your cheekbone to give yourself that nice added glow so that when the light hits it, it just gives you a nice shimmer. You don't sparkle. You don't look like a little kid. It's just a nice, beautiful, feminine glisten. So right on the top of your cheekbones, and you can also apply it on your cupid's bow, right above your lip, okay? Pretty easy. All we used was your compact that you got customized for your face and the Detail HAC brush. That's all you need. And you were able to create a masterpiece. Now, if you have any questions and you feel like, oh, this is a little trickier and harder than you're saying, Joellen, I need help. Hey, email us and I'm happy to walk you through step by step and help troubleshoot with you. Sometimes you might be getting different looks because the colors aren't right. Maybe you got a little bit different colors, and so we'll troubleshoot with you so you get that confidence, so you apply that makeup and you feel and look great. So try it out, practice, practice, practice. You will get better and it will get easier the more that you practice, the more comfortable you feel with it. So take a stab at it, practice and enjoy it, and so you can feel it and look great and feel your best. So give it a try and let me know if you have any questions.